Well guys, we've had to switch back to my old camera because my Sony camera has had some problems. So I had to go through it, like you see it coming apart there. See it opening up right there. Yeah, the Sony camera's been having some problems. I'm working on getting it fixed, but nobody wants to fix it. So we've switched back to the old Canon camera. So the quality might not be the best that it can be. But saying that, what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be taking a look at everything that we've done. I haven't filmed anything in a bit just because of how upset I am with that camera, and I'm not even sure if my new editing program will work with this camera. So we're going to be trying this video today on my editing program to see if I can keep filming stuff. I'm not overly happy with how I did these sway bar links, but I know they're in there tight. And I know they're in there good, and I know that they're never actually going to bend. Saying that, you can see that the sway bar there definitely clears the leaf springs and still comes down the axle. We still have to replace some of the bushings in the sway bar, but I'm not overly upset about that. We got our turbo mounted, we got our oil drain set up, but we had to cut it because it wasn't long enough. I did find a longer one online, and I did order that. So we'll be seeing if that comes in the mail. It says it's going to be here quite a bit later. I just ordered some V-bands for this, and we're going to be seeing if we can get that out here to get towards the turbo pipe. We have V-bands for the exhaust, so we're going to be seeing if we can get that towards a downlet. Anyway, see what we can do there. We just got the heater hoses plumbed in. We did all that. We just mounted our clutch master. It's in there. I think we're going to have to heat up the pedals and move the pedal over to here. But honestly, guys, I think that's pretty damn good. I think that we can modify it now. I don't really want to put on all the new lines and everything just until I have it all in there set in stone, because we might have to move it due to the brakes, because the brakes are still coming. We have our reservoir hooked up for our hydraulic pump, which is going to be our power brakes and power steering, so we got that set up. We have the steering box mounted. Now I did go with an 80s GM power steering box, so it's mounted in front of it. We have all the knuckles coming to try to set up the steering. Oh, I just realized how I mounted that is I'll have to modify that a bit, because now the steering's going to run right through the power steering reservoir. Jeez, I didn't think of that. I can just hopefully modify that a bit more. But these here are just temporary. We just drilled them out. These are, I believe, Toyota Camry. We ran our straight edge. I think if I cut it back to there, it will be a nice little run through there. So it should be pretty good. We got some bearings coming. We got some knuckles coming. I'm not sure when they're coming, though. We did build plates for the frame to help reinforce the box. We got the box tight to the frame as we can without actually having any issues. The steering links we're able to adjust. We still have a full nut of thread inside of there, so I'm not worried about that. That there worked out perfectly. Yeah, so that's been a lot of the stuff that we've been doing here, just getting this thing kind of set up. We got the cab back on. I don't know if I said that in the last video or not, but now we got all new hardware and we got the cab actually bolted down, so that's kind of nice. Oh, we got the steering wheel back in. Woo! Sorry, that's a bit loud. But saying that, we've been getting a lot of stuff done on this truck. Right now, we're waiting on a lot of Amazon packages. When I say a lot, I mean a lot of Amazon packages. Canada Post is on strike, so we ain't really getting too much through Canada Post right now. There's not a whole lot I can be doing right now. I guess I can start taking a look at the back and coming up with ideas back there, but honestly, it ain't too much. I'm trying to get the front end pretty much done before I move to the back end, but the back end's gonna be easy. But I would like to take the box off. I don't know. I think we're gonna leave the back end for now until I get the front end a little bit farther. I'd like to get the front end pretty much back together before I start doing any of that. Yeah, so like, see this pipe here? It's left over from my Tacoma. I got some little exhaust pieces left over. So this one right here is just gonna come off of this manifold and come down. I'll probably put on a little bit of an angle and see what we can do there. So like stuff like this can be done. I don't know. I ain't got a TIG welder here, so we just got to kind of wait to see what I get. But for exhaust, I'm just gonna have it go back through a muffler. I know that we don't need mufflers, and I'm probably going to just dump it right out the back, right back here or something. Not sure. We'll figure it out. There ain't no pressure in that. That's still lots of ways to come, but I don't know. I think this thing's coming along great. I think we are just flying along. There's a little things that I'm not overly liking, like this one right here. I think I should have like a 90 and then another 90 coming out just to get away from that oil filter. So that could be changed. You never know. We haven't tried turning it over inside of this truck yet, but honestly, I'm not really ready for that yet. I'd like to get the brakes hooked up. I'd like to get everything kind of hooked up. Like this here is the brake master that we're running. So like there's still a lot more that has to be put into this truck. So I don't know. So we're just throwing a lot of this stuff back on here just to get a rough idea. We just got vice grips holding it on back here. We got the rad support just loosely bolted down at the rad cradle. We got the mechanical fan taken off. And I've been saving this radiator now for 2 years for this project. And guess what? It's not gonna work. I need something about maybe 6 to 8 inches, maybe even 10 inches more narrow. And it's not like I can cut this thing in half and make it more narrow. So this is not gonna work, which kind of sucks, but what do you expect? So as it sits right now, we are waiting on a lot of parts. So that radiator ain't gonna work. I do have this one that I had on my 2J car, but honestly, you know what? That one might work. Could mount down low, could mount up high. This one here might actually work. And then I can reuse some of the stuff that I spent money on years ago. It does have some damage, but that's because I drove it out of the shop and hit a rock. That honestly doesn't look too bad. This might be our radiator for this thing. So, 2 years of keeping a Dodge one, and 5 years of keeping this one. It's about time she pays off, baby! So we just got everything all kind of set up. I gotta run to town. I gotta get some bolts for the water pump. And then, mostly this is just a big waiting game right now. We have a lot of parts on order that are coming in from Amazon as we speak. Like we're talking intake, radiator hoses, exhaust, pedals, steering box, steering linkages, steering U-joints, steering shafts, brakes. Actually, I don't even think I ordered the brakes yet. I think they're just in my watch bucket. Watch list? Wish list? I don't freaking know. There's still, and we're actually still waiting on some parts from Rock Auto. There's a Canada Post, I'm waiting on the turbo oil drain. There's a Canada Post strike going on right now, so kind of like everything's all over the place. Nobody really knows what's going on, but that's okay. But I'm really liking this thing. I think it looks great in here. I really like this project. This has been something that I've been wanting for a long time. I really hope these videos work. I'm going to try to edit this up tonight to see if that it does work. But we're going to run to town and get some stuff, and we're pretty much done for today. Maybe we could try to put a radiator in it, but honestly it doesn't really even make sense to do that. So, whatever. Thanks for watching, guys. And what are you thinking of it? Does it look good? It looks tall. It looks damn tall. Hold on, let me put a fender on this. So now we get to see if all my measurements kind of worked out by pushing it ahead. So there was two ways I was going to have this truck. One was going to be that low, which I don't think you guys would have liked. And this was the other option. I'm gonna stand back and take a look. I like this. Do you guys like this? I really like this. Thanks for watching, guys. This here gives me motivation to keep going. It's just sitting there. It's enough just to dream and think that it's farther along than what it is. I like this. I like this a lot.